What's up guys, Darkruler here aka Blackheart909, and today we're going to be looking at the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR edition, and this is the Mad Gods Overhaul mod. Now if you value your sanity, install something like FUS. It's a simple mod that makes you able to run Skyrim with modern controls with this new nice body system. It doesn't look as good or shiny as this mod does, but it works, and it works easy. And you don't also have to sacrifice too much in terms of your resources, which includes time, hard drive space, and mental sanity to run it. That being said, if you do want to try something like this, there's a couple of things you should know beforehand. First of all, it costs you around 500 gigabytes of your hard drive. 400 of that goes into storing the mod itself. 40 is used as, from my understanding, and it might be wrong, some kind of extended RAM for these ginormous textures and all of this. And the game does look pretty good. And you're also increasing your shader cache to 10 gigabytes from whatever the default is. Basically, you're forcing it to run better. And what else do you have to do? You also have to turn on Spacewarp, so you might get some artifacts. It's not really clean vision. I'm playing on a 4070 Ti. I've seen people play on 4090s, and they get around 60 FPS and stuff like that. So I really value 90 FPS gameplay, and I'm getting close to that, I would say. Wait, how do I hide this menu? There we go. So I'm getting close to that, I would say, with these settings, but using... So, my default frame rate is somewhere around 41 to 55, and it goes up and down. If you're seeing any visual bugs right now, it's mostly because I'm recording on my Quest headset, and I feel like that gives you a better idea of what the performance is like in-game, because it's not taxing my computer. Let me grab this. So, I really like the fact that you can grab stuff, pick it up, throw it around. I also tried lowering all of the settings, and I found the visual compromise to be a little too big. You don't get the fancy lighting and stuff like that. So what I did settle on is using FSR, which means I'm running this at 81% resolution. And then on top of that, I added a layer of DLAA, which is available in the mod, of course. And then I was able to get it running like you see now, which is relatively stable. It strikes a nice balance between looks and performance, which is nice. And also it pretty much looks good. I would say it looks good. It took me around 2 days to fully understand this and set it up properly. Tons of crashes before that. But now that it's up and running, I actually see the vision. When I'm playing the FUS mod, my latency is somewhere around, let's see, I would say 39 to 40 milliseconds. And here it's about 60 to 70, which is a lot higher, and you're trading that in exchange for better lighting, physically based materials, and the game looks really nice, I must say. It might look a little bit more next gen than the FUS one. Is it worth it? Well, I have a 4070 Ti. It's not the greatest GPU ever, but it's also pretty strong. It lacks some VRAM, but I would consider it a medium range to slightly high range.
You run into any inferiors, just let me do the talking.
In terms of performance, it's somewhere around the 5070, a little bit better than the 5070, a little bit worse than the 5070 Ti. And yeah, I have to use Spacewarp to get this to a playable frame rate. which kind of bothers me a little bit, but maybe now that it's up and running, I think it could be worth it. Let me just see VR gameplay. I need to change the turning. Does it display? I don't think I should play with any of these settings, at least for now. Is it saving? There we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna go walk into town. We're using FSR 3.1 to upscale from 81% resolution all the way up to 100. And we're using DLAA on top of that to smooth out the edges. And I think that's given us a good picture for a tolerable frame rate. What I like about all these mods is you can actually bend down and pick stuff up. Now I think it's messed up the calibration on my height a little bit, which is fine. I'm just glad it's running, to be honest. And it does look pretty good. You guys can check out my other videos where I play Skyrim VR completely default. I'm playing Skyrim VR right now with the Mad God Overhaul, and yeah, it's probably the least user-friendly out of the three, but in terms of visuals, it's probably up there with the best of them. There we go. So yeah, you can see we have our settings on screen now. I'm running at 70 seconds when I enter the town, which means it drops to 30. And you do feel that sometimes in the analog sticks.
Dragons now, is it?
But
Start by panning some leather on the rack.
Not too bad, honestly, not too bad. After, I almost gave up on this mod, to be honest, and then I realized you need to spend your time setting it up properly. You need to make sure you get the 40 gigabytes of shader cache. Be aware that this is the NSFW version, so if you're not comfortable with nudities, do not go for this mod directly. But yeah, 72 ms. Honestly, it doesn't feel too terrible. You can even pet a doggy. Let me tap him quick. Oi.
Good to see you.
Oh,
hey there.
Can I pet the doggy, please?
What is it, woman? Ben drunk on the job again?
Hey, you're a good boy.
Raylo, what are you doing here? Ha.
Anyway.
I'll be right down.
Yep, this is pretty much the place I went with my FUS mod. And we're back here again. But taking a look at slightly different graphics this time. Wow, they completely changed her model.
Uncle Rayla, can I see your ass?
So,
can I
touch her head?
Do you really
Don't do that!
Okay, I'm sorry, calm down.
Hush, Frodnar. This is no time for your games. Go and watch the South Road. Come.
Mama.
Sorry?
Watch what you're doing.
Can I pick up this chicken?
Look at you. Almost a grown man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
Hey, doggy. I just want to pick up this
Don't
chicken.
worry, Uncle Rayla.
And not my chair in real life. I keep getting on the chicken.
Now, Rayla, what's going on? You two look pretty well done in.
Okay, never mind.
I can't remember when I last slept.
But we have to. We have to.
Well, the news you heard
What are you
about
attached to,
Alfred was
chicken?
true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning, and I thought it was all over.
Come on.
Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
Okay. I guess that's as good as we'll get for now.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen
the mod
truth
does
then.
look pretty beautiful.
But then,
It's
out of nowhere,
quite
a
transformative.
dragon attack.
You need to play around with the settings to get it to have a good image
I
quality at
can
the end.
hardly believe it myself.
Um,
And I was there.
just one more time, real quickly, I'm using
We'd be dead
the
if not for that
SSGI here.
In the confusion,
I'm
we
also,
managed
which
to
is
slip
quite
away.
high in terms of settings.
Are we
I'm also
really the
using
first to make it to Riverwood?
DLAA on top
Nobody else has come up the South Road
FSR3,
today,
which
as far as I
lowers the
know.
resolution a bit.
Good.
Besides
Maybe we
that,
can
I'm
lay up
using
for a while.
Spacewarp,
I hate to put your
which
family in
basically
danger,
acts as frame generation for VR headsets.
Nonsense.
And this is from
You and your friend
Virtual
are welcome to
Desktop,
stay here
but
as
you
long as
have
you need to.
ASW
Let me worry about the
if you're
Imperials.
using
Any friend of
Quest Link.
Raylof's is a friend of mine.
Thank you.
Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
That's sweet. Thank you. Let me eat some of this food.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here.
You told me this
The Jarl
after
needs
the
to
food.
know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood
So yeah,
is
there are some
defenseless. We need to get
artifacts
word to Jarl Balgruuf in
from the
Whitefell
Space
to send
Warp.
whatever troops he
That's
can.
not too bad.
If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
I'll go into
Thanks,
war
sister.
for you.
I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to
Anyway,
work, but
guys,
I missed.
I
but
hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it
anyone
was
else
helpful
escape?
for you guys
Did
to make a
Ulfric?
decision.
Don't
Just
worry.
to let you know,
I'm
it
sure
was
he
really
made it
tough for
out.
me to get this
It'll
to
take
start
more than a
running.
dragon
Maybe
to stop
because I was bad at
Ulfric's
following instructions.
I let them into the house and,
But
show them where
once it
everything
does
is.
get up and running, it
Help them
might
drink up
be
our mead, you mean?
a good enough
Good luck, brother.
replacement
I'll see you
to
later.
FUS.
Don't worry about
But I
me.
still think FUS
I
in
know
terms of
how to lay
simplicity
low.
and ease of use is S tier. In terms of graphics, it's slightly above where
I'm
default
glad to
Skyrim
help
VR
any way
is.
I can.
So this is default Skyrim VR, this is FUS in terms of graphics, and this is Mad God's optimizer in terms of graphics. In terms of ease of use, this is FUS, this is Mad God optimizer, and Skyrim default is probably somewhere around the same because it had tons of issues. But I hope this guide was, this
told you my
video
sister
was
would
helpful
help us
for you
out.
guys to understand how this runs on lower end hardware than a 4090, because I believe the use case for a 4090 is almost non-existent, considering how many people have it. And I've gotten it to run with these settings, which means if you turn off the SSGI and you go to lower quality community shaders, which don't look too bad honestly, turn off the skylighting, which does have a huge impact on how the game looks, and also turn off some different lighting mods, you could have an actually good time with this. I hope this video was useful for you guys, and if you did like it, please leave a comment, tell me what you liked about it, and if you'd like to see more, let me know what you want to see. I'll test it out for you gladly. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Dark Ruler, aka Blackheart909, signing off.